Hello, hello, hello. Hey everybody. Stacy here from Creatively Stacy. Welcome. Told you I was going to try to go live today. It's been a while. Between family life and work life and all the things, I have not been getting in my paint room as much as I would like. And so I committed to today. That was the plan. And considering the day I've had, these glasses in the light, they're supposed to be not glary, but I don't really think that works. Anyways, I don't really need them. I just like them. Anybody else just like glasses? I do. I have got some wild hair going on. It was freezing out this morning, and I had to go into work, so I got ready to go to work, and my other job, I have a second job, called me to see if I could come in today. And I told them I couldn't because I had to go to my regular job, but I did offer to come in for them at like noon or something, and fortunately they didn't take me up on that, so I was able to come home to paint. But then I got to work. I did one customer, Debbie. You were the lucky customer this morning. Right after she left, our power blipped, and we had half power. I don't know if you know much about hairdressing, but we kind of need our blow dryers and our curling irons and our trimmers, and they all run on electricity. So then I ended up calling some customers to let them know that it wasn't working, because anytime I turned on my blow dryer, the lights went out. So, and I didn't know how long it was going to take somebody to get there to fix it. My clippers did work, so I called my one guy and asked him to come on down, and got him done, and then just rescheduled everybody for tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a very busy day as well. So I thought I'd paint while I had the chance. So welcome if you want to paint along. And I'll show you. I did the background already, so you wouldn't have to watch it dry. I did a really textured, just beautiful background. And I'm going to teach this background inside of the Gnome Paint Party. So if you are not in the Gnome Paint Party, if you haven't signed up for that, you're not going to want to miss it. We're going to do a Valentine's gnome in there, and then we're also going to do an all-season gnome, and I'm going to show you guys how you can make a gnome with all the little interchangeable middles without having to actually own a jigsaw or anything to cut out all of the interchangeable middles. So I'm going to show you some creative ways around that, so that if you want to paint your gnome on, oh, let me reach over here, you know, something, this is from a yard sale too, I'll paint over this, something like that, or even if you want to do it on canvas, you could even do it on paper and put it behind in a picture frame, and do your interchangeables that way. So lots of options, so you definitely don't want to miss that. And like I said, we will be doing this background in the inside of the February paint party class. So join us there if you haven't already, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about this one. I've had a lot of requests, and I'm going to try to meet all of them. So as you pop on, let me know if you can see and if you can hear. I wonder if my camera is going to do all that funny stuff again like it did last time. If you can see okay, if you can hear okay. And if you pop on later and you're doing the replay thing, please comment replay so that I know you were there. If you have any questions, let me know. I always go back and read them, so that's good. So for the background, I used pink and yellow and white, and I did a very soft blending to make just it's a nice, actually this is just a nice sky background, but it would be really nice to do the beach painting, which I thought about doing today, but I'm going to stick to the lovebirds. I'm playing with ideas, and I like to play in my journal. I guess I've showed you, this one's painted. I can't show you on that one the journals before. Digging. This one's painted too. I have one that's not painted. I swear, you guys, I'm losing my mind. I have a third. Oh, over here. Hold on. to me. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. My journal collection. I have a third one. And for those of you that are new and don't know what I'm talking about, let me just show you again real quick. I use these journals to practice and to play in, and they're nice because they can go in a drawer. They just say mixed media on them. I get them at the craft stores. I usually get them on sale. Either they're buy one get one 50% off, or buy one get one free, or whatever. This one has 60 sheets. I paint on, this one's a newer one, so it doesn't have as much. And I paint on the fronts and the backs, so you can get 120 paintings in one. And then just put them in your drawer when they're dry and you're done. I like to have a couple going so that I have, if I decide to paint more than once, I don't have to wait for pages to dry. This one's, I think, my oldest one, so it's got not a lot of pages left in it. You can see I painted on most sides of a lot of it. And sometimes I just practice techniques in them. They're kind of fun to just, you're doodling, you know. So, but when I use them, I always use parchment paper behind the page to keep paint from getting on everything else. They're really thick enough that it doesn't go through, but you end up getting it on all the edges of all your other pages, and I have stuck pages together before. So, little tip there, parchment paper works great. Alright, let me turn you back down here. So like I said, if you pop on, say hello. And we're going to just do a silhouette, a lovebird silhouette today, I think, is what we want to do. Find some chalk. Ooh, orange chalk. That might not show up. Let's see. Nice thing with trees is you can do anything you want, really. Let's have that go right off the page. Had a couple of ideas for the tree, so we'll see where that takes us today. I'm just playing. I haven't had a chance to get in here and play in quite some time, so we'll see what happens. So I'm just starting out with black. Fun thing with silhouettes is you don't need a lot of colors. And black is one of the main ones you're going to need. So let's just, my paint's been sitting out a little while. Might have to wet it, we'll see. And with using the paper, you guys, it does get wavy from the paint being wet. So if you're a perfectionist and you need a really straight edge to paint on, textured paintings and paper may not be your thing, but I really encourage you to try it. Because if you're like me, I don't have room for all of my paintings, and I like to play with them and really get the feel for my brushes and my colors and my ideas before I go ahead and put them on canvas. So this is a way to easily accomplish that, and then if you like what you've done, you can kind of set it to the side and have it as a guide and get your canvas out and start a canvas. So it's a pretty good way to do it. Actually, I think I'm gonna I'm changing already, right? Typical. I want a lower branch for my birds, so I'm gonna just go ahead, bring that one up. And basically, the only rule with trees, if there is a rule, there's not really, is the branches get a little fatter closer to the tree than they do further away. The branches get skinnier the further away from the trunk they are. That's about the only thing you really need to think about. But I wanted to bring my lovebirds down more into the middle of my painting, right? So I'm going back here where I have a lot of paint on my brush and starting, and then coming out here when I have less paint on my brush and taking the pressure up as I go, which will make my branch thinner. So, and I may go back and thicken this up a little bit after I get my birds on there. I want to see how they'll fit into the grand scheme of the plan before I do that. And like I said, because this is silhouette, we're just using black. You can put your branches anywhere you like, right? What's everybody up to today anyways? Said I had grand plans of getting lots of work done this morning, and I didn't. And actually they did come pretty quickly and fix the electric, assuming that it stays fixed. I don't know if it's just because it was so cold and there was such a draw in the town, or I don't know exactly what happened, but it wasn't nice to be at a hair salon without power. Such is life. Just meant that I got to get home a little sooner and get to painting, right? Okay, so I'm just going to leave those branches for now. Grab a little bit smaller of a brush, I think. See what I got over here. I was playing with paint earlier. I've got a bunch of brushes that I need to clean. Alright, let me just grab this little one. So again, still just using black. Sweetest little birdies. And you can have your birds any... I feel like my bristles are in the water too long. Some of that out of there. Any size you want. It's a whimsical painting, so there's no rules. Just going to do a little circle. And a little bigger circle. And this is where you'll decide if you want your branch wider or not to come up and meet the bird. Sometimes it's easier to bring your branch up to the bird than it is to bring the bird down to your branch. So that's your call. So again, a circle, a circle. Let's fluff them out a little bit here. I should say an oval. It's not really a circle. We're doing ovals. Ovals. See, we're getting them started there. So y'all can do 2 ovals easy enough, I'm sure of that. I have no doubt in my mind. So I'm going to go ahead and thicken this branch up a little bit. Bring it up to my little birds here. We're going to put their tail on them in a minute, but I wanted to bring the branch up to where I wanted it to be before I put the tail on. There we go. And we'll just grab a little detail brush, little pointy brush. They call them detail brushes. It's not a liner brush. It doesn't have a really long on it. And I'm just dipping into, you guys can't see my paint today, can you? I'm just dipping into my paint and rolling it off so that I get that point back. If it's not too wet, I should have checked that first. Everything was sitting in my water, you guys. I roll the water off it. There we go. All right. So let's just do a little triangle. And a little triangle. You can see why you want a little tiny brush. If you don't have a small enough brush, you could use a toothpick. That would work. A couple little beaks on our birds. Let's give them some tail feathers, right? Which is basically just some lines, as long as you want them to be. These aren't real birds. These are just silhouettes, and they're facing each other, so I'm going to do their tail feathers. You could do them straight down. I'm just going to go to the sides, just to kind of add to that they're looking at each other thing. And as long as your edges are different lengths, it's going to, your mind's going to see feathers. Okay? Maybe this guy has a little crust on him, right? Let's give him a little. There. So sweet and simple on that. And you can take that same liner brush and work on your tree a little bit more, right? A little smaller lines. Ooh, roll it off. Don't come over with that much on it. My paint's drying. I'm going to have to wet it. Yeah, I'm going to have to wet it. Alright. Your paint gets too chunky. Just add water. That works for us too, right? If we get too chunky, we need to drink more water. What? It's still January. Come on. The harder you push, the wider your line's going to be. The softer you go, the thinner your line's going to be. And you could get really, really creative with this whimsical tree, you guys. You could do hearts. You could, for the leaves, which would be really fun. We could do just some pink puffs for the leaves, which would also be really fun. This black does not want to spread. There we go. And you can get as carried away with your branches as you like. You probably will do more with the branches off screen, just so I don't keep you guys here all afternoon. But if you join me for the gnome paint party, anything we do in there, you guys, I do the full tutorial in there, and I'm there to answer questions and take you all the way through it with me. So they are longer, but they are definitely worth it. This black just is not being happy today. I'm going to give it a little more water. Like I said, I had my paint out and it sat. And as your paint sits in the air, it dries, and it gets thick. So that's why you don't really want to put a ton on your plate when you're doing it. It's better to just add as you go so that it doesn't dry out on you. Maybe it's that brush. I don't know what the deal is. This one doesn't seem to be very cooperative today. Anyways, let me just I will grab the liner brush. That'll work just as well. Then I'll know if it's the brush or if it's the it's the brush or if it's the paint. Yeah, it was the brush. Okay. And don't be scared of a liner brush, you guys. It's just a real light hand, getting used to it. It's not as scary as they make it sound. I think I had a hard time learning it because I expected it to be hard. Everybody told me it was hard. And so then my brain overthinks things. I'm telling you, it's easy. Just touch it and let it roll, right? I love winter trees. I think they're really beautiful without the leaves on them. Just enjoy the beauty of the shape of the tree. And you really can't go wrong because every tree is different. So you make a mistake, see right there, it didn't really go the way I wanted it to. It's all right. Just connect it. Disconnect it. Have some fun with it. Gotta get my hand over here, you guys. This is where my paper curved. So I'm just gonna straighten it up there a little bit for me. So I could get my line. So there. So that would be the end of the sweet silhouette. So then you would just need to decide if you wanted to put heart leaves on it, if you wanted to do pink puffy, like cotton ball like leaves on it, or if you just want to leave it the sweet silhouette. I am using acrylic here, and usually acrylic dries darker, but if you feel like it's too light, just slowly go back and retouch where you touched. And now you can see I'm kind of holding it like a pen. I'm up a ways, but it does give you, and I am resting my hand, which is why you want your painting dry. I'm resting my hand on here, so it gives you that support. I need to get a camera in the hallway, you guys. I don't know what those dogs do. They can come in here. They're not shut out by any means. But they seem to get in the hallway when I'm doing painting and hang out there. And then I'm not really sure what they do. They're scraping on the wall or what, but they make weird noises. I'm just going back to where I had done some of these before and dragging them out a little bit more. Picking up on the pressure when I get to the end so that it gets lighter and thinner. Like I said, I probably will play with this a little more off cameras because you guys probably don't want to sit here and watch me play with my tree branches all afternoon, which I could actually spend quite a bit of time at and quite enjoy it, although it's not necessary. I just find it relaxing. So, and it's a great way to practice using. Oh, hi Leanne. Sparkle Did Heart is in the house. I've only figured out how to do my business on other pages from my computer. I don't know if people know how to do that on the phone or not. Leanne, are you on a computer or are you on your phone? It takes a while for me to see the answers, you guys, or to see you, so I don't know. Very relaxing watching you. I was telling them this background I did before I came on. I'm gonna do this background with one of our gnomes. Oh, you are doing it from your phone. All right, I gotta learn more. I didn't do the background on here. I did it ahead and dried it. I'm gonna do this background with one of our gnome paintings inside the gnome group. I have no idea how I commented it as sparkled. Yeah, you do it a lot. You must. I don't know how you do it. Yours usually comes through that way. But yeah, so this is the background we're going to do in the gnome party. So one of them. So if you guys, Leanne is in the gnome party, so she'll get to learn how to do this. If you guys are not in it, you really should join us. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, I take you through all the things in those, and I'm there to answer all the questions. And if you can't make it live, you can always do them on replay in your own time. I know last month when I did, or month before, it was December, I did the llama party. My one girlfriend, she had her daughter over, and the two of them, I think they sat at the kitchen table and painted together. Had a wonderful mother-daughter day. So, you know, you can always invite somebody over to paint with you, because that's a lot of fun too if you like to do that. There's no rules in the paint party. We just roll with it. Her other daughter says that, oh, my friend I'm talking about, her other daughter says she can't paint. I told her she needs to come to the next paint party with her mom and her sister and try it and have fun with it. So I hope she does. I don't know if she will or not, but I think sometimes we get intimidated because we think other people paint better than us. And it just takes the fun right out of it. You guys, don't worry about what they're doing. Just enjoy the process of what you're doing. It's not like, I mean, if you want to sell your paintings after the paint party or something, then maybe you need to have them be absolutely precise. But I recommend it as relaxing art therapy, time to unwind, switch your brain off, have a little fun, try something different, and yeah. So, there. Your way is so simple. It's very inspiring. That's right. That's what I try to do. I try to show you guys that you can absolutely do this and that it's to not overthink it, just to enjoy the process and roll with it. And I just think it makes it really relaxing and fun. And they come out great. And, you know, like I said, if you do decide to do them in the mixed media paper like I show you here, you can always go back and repaint it on canvas, and then you would be like the second time through or something, so you might feel a little more comfortable with it. So that's always an idea, a way to go. And yeah, I'm not going to put puffballs on this. I'm going to leave it just the silhouette. I just wanted to play, have a little fun. So, a couple of lovebirds sitting in the tree. And if you did something like this for your house, you could totally put words on it if you wanted inspirational words. Even if you do it in a journal like this, you guys, you can just tear them out. So, hi, Pug Pug. I got a dog under my feet now. I told you they could come in. I mean, even if you do them in the journals like this, you guys, you can tear them out, cut them out, and put it behind a picture frame and just set it out for, well, forever if you want to. But if you do things like this that are seasonal, if you want it to be seasonal for like Valentine's or something, you could write love on it and then put it in a picture frame, you know, and set it out on your mantle or wherever, on your dresser to see in the morning to inspire you before the day starts, whatever the case may be. So anyways, that was my quick and fun one today, and hopefully I can get on here a little more often and paint with you guys. Life has been nuts, so I don't think that's ever going to change, so we paint when we can. All right. Thank you for stopping by, and have a great Thursday. I'll see you guys later.